Were the Game Awards for 2023 disappointing, or is that just my opinion? Am I getting too old and jaded to enjoy it? See, I've been privy to several great spectacles in gaming through my life. I got a day one PS2 after waiting in line all night with my brother. My parents even let me stay home from school the next day. I witnessed the launch of some of the biggest MMOs like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, the original launch of Final Fantasy XIV that was absolutely horrifying and terrible. That one. I grew up in a time where there wasn't just one massive MMO convention for Blizzard, but multiple ones like Sony Online Entertainment. Hell, I remember when E3 was the place for big gaming announcements.
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
And now much of that has been replaced with a huge end of the year spectacle that is the Game Awards, hosted by none other than Jeff Keighley. A show that I have looked forward to eagerly over the last couple of years, despite the very obvious and noticeable blind spot that they have for MMORPGs. At the very least, I was invested this year because I badly wanted Larian Studios to be rewarded for what they did with Baldur's Gate 3. I wanted them to win Game of the Year. I wanted them to win multiple awards because they had been nominated for multiple awards. And thankfully, they were.
Baldur's Gate 3.
As were others like Alan Wake 2 taking home a not insignificant amount of hardware. But through it all, there was something that was distinctly missing. Games. Yes, of course, there was a ridiculous number of trailers, which is actually probably part of the issue. It just felt like a showcase for a lot of trailers, but there was more than that. If I could sum up the Game Awards in two categories, it was underwhelming trailers that kind of all blended together, and a shit ton of celebrity cameos.
It's an incredible thrill to introduce a true Renaissance man. Please welcome Academy Award-winning actor and New York Times best-selling author, Matthew McConaughey.
How we doing? Yay.
It's a pleasure to welcome from the Muppets, that's right, the great Gonzo.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Everybody gave up. You guys didn't.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
And the game of the year is Baldur's Gate 3.
It is perhaps something I should have expected given the somewhat awkward sandwiching of celebrity cameos in recent years, whether it was Al Pacino awkwardly standing on stage in 2022, or Vin Diesel, a certified D&D nerd who wrote the foreword for 30 Years of Adventure, a celebration of Dungeons & Dragons, somehow seeming like the least nerdy person on stage, the guy pretending to be interested just to get a paycheck. But there was something that shone through even in those awkward moments. Well, a few things actually. In the past, it felt like these were rarer. They were not given front and center. It still felt like, for the most part, the awards were front and center. I mean, after all, in 2022, we were gifted with one of the longest acceptance speeches ever. Something they even nodded to in the most recent one. And I think that's where we come to the biggest issue that I had with the Game Awards. It felt like they tried to overcorrect from what they had done in the previous year. They tried to truncate their awards themselves, thus making the awards feel almost like, I don't know, an afterthought? It was like the stars of this show were not the actual awards of the games, but the tons and tons of trailers that got put out for us to see, many of which kind of felt flat or at least very similar, or the tons of celebrities. Everything else was just kind of secondary. because because every single time that we got an award, it felt like they went up, said thank you so much, and left. It felt like we got no time whatsoever with the actual people who had won the awards. Even the Game of the Year award felt like it lasted maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. It was crazy how fast people would get kind of shoved off the stage. But not only that, there was tons of awards that we never even got to see. The best RPG of the year didn't go up on stage.
Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. And the Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Here are the nominees for Best Sim Strategy Game: Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. And the Game Award goes to Pikmin 4. Here are the nominees for Best Sports Racing Game: EA Sports FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and the Crew Motorfest. And this year, the Game Award goes to Forza Motorsport. Congratulations, turn 10. The nominees for Best Multiplayer this year are Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And the Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Having a pretty good night. Here are the nominees for our Player's Voice Award, 100% voted by the fans. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, Genshin Impact, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And the Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations, Larian.
Best RPG of the year wasn't on stage. The best content creator, not on stage. That's normally not on stage. But so many awards, like countless awards, were just told off stage. Hey, this person won. Sometimes like it would be just a couple seconds before they announced the next award. There was more time spent on just zoom pans than some awards, which I think is where I got a little frustrated. Because in gaming, this is the crowning achievement for so many people to see this award, this recognition of all the hard work so many devs have been into, and in a year where so many devs, there's been so much pain in the gaming industry, despite the really great way that so many games have done, like getting Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, so many wonderful games. There's still been a lot of pain. And this, I felt like, was a moment for the gaming industry to kind of come together and humanize the people making these games that we love so damn much. And yet that wasn't there. I mean, there and I don't think there's like a moment that shines brighter than the very first award that I remember having someone come up on stage for. And that was the performance. When Neil Newborn got up on stage and accepted his award, and I started tearing up because he started tearing up. And it was an emotional award, and you could tell. And then the music starts. Get him off stage. We're done being human.
Neil Newborn.
Hi. This is unreal. I just wanted to say, I know I don't have much time. But I'll give it a shot. Thank you so very, very much for everybody that voted. Thank my incredible fellow actors and the nominees. Unbelievable talent. To be even considered amongst you is extraordinary, so thank you very much indeed. To Swen, to Larian, to all the writers, to Stephen Rooney, the writer of Astarion, I'm going to forget everybody. To Pit Stop, who worked so hard, the directors, my fellow actors, 248 incredible actors that gave it heart and soul. To mi familia, gracias para todos. Gracias, celete gracias, y Coco también. And to my agents, I will thank you later. I'm sorry, I'm going to wrap it up apparently. One thing I will say, please, if that's okay, the community has reached out to so many of us at Larian and said they were seen and they were represented by this game when they lost hope, they felt isolated, they felt alone, and this game brought them together and gave them something to push through to help them all. And to you, I want to say thank you so much for seeing us. Appreciate it. You're not alone in this. None of us are. Thank you.
We have trailers to show you. We have celebrity cameos to bring in. We need to make sure that we get as many of those as we possibly can. And that's where I think it started to go downhill. Because we took away the human moments of achievement and celebration. The moments that were so important to so many people. And we took them and we said, you get a couple seconds, or you get to be kind of sandwiched in between commercial breaks. That was the frustration for me. We didn't get to celebrate the games as much as we really, I think, should have been able to in the multi-hour Game Awards. It was a very long award show, but it didn't feel like it was a focus of awards. Now, of course, not all of this can be blamed on the Game Awards. There's obviously they want to appeal to as many people as they can. And just from like not even looking these numbers up, but just from when I was watching it yesterday and co-hosting it with Mr. Guybrush, which is fun in itself. But I was noticing that they had over 1 million concurrent viewers, over 1 million people are watching this with, I think it was about 800,000 people on YouTube and 300,000 on Twitch, and I think like 30,000 on Steam. That was a ton of people watching, and they want to get this out as much as possible. So obviously celebrities work, although I would say that if you're gonna do celebrities, it might actually be better just to do more niche celebrities that work better in gaming. Shit, get Carnage on there, get people that are known for showing games. Not as many people are gonna know them. More people are going to know people, like obviously big celebrities, but you could very easily get people that are well aware of how games work. Get Josh Drive Hayes to go up there. There are people more connected that have that celebrity value. But it goes further than that. Because it's not like the Game Awards had a wealth of trailers to pick from. You have the biggest trailers are kind of being done elsewhere. You had GTA 6 launching on its own trailer and breaking YouTube records for the most views in 24 hours. You have Dragon Age 4 waiting until next summer to release something. You had trailers for Squadron 42 that came long before this. World of Warcraft had their entire convention that announced their new expansions, not just one, but 3 new expansions, plus Seasonal Discovery. Everything was being announced elsewhere. Hell, you had Elder Scrolls 6 just not being ready. But basically, it kind of feels like with the Game Awards, a lot of what happened is kind of what happened to E3, with the biggest announcements being kind of reserved to be done through their own channels, not relying on a big spectacle like the Game Awards anymore. Don't know if that's going to carry on until next year, but it did feel like it was a bit more lackluster because of that. When I watched the Game Awards, I really wanted to find 2 things. I wanted to see the spectacle of it with huge world premieres of trailers that were exciting, and I wanted to see humanity in an industry that is often dehumanized as we attack dev teams for broken or delayed games. I wanted them to have that stage to be seen as humans. And I don't really feel like I got either from this one. I don't feel like I got the spectacle of a truly incredible and amazing trailer, and I definitely felt like the humanity was kind of pulled and hidden away a little bit. But that's just my opinion, and I'm just some YouTuber who likes games. You know, I just one opinion, so I would like to know what you think. So please let us know down in the comment section below. What do you think of the Game Awards? Did you love it? Was there a trailer that really stood out as like, I'm super excited about this? I know a couple of people were really excited about the new game coming from the No Man's Skies devs, and I'm sure a lot of people were excited about the whole Kojima stuff, but for me, nothing really stood out. But I want to know what you think. And just remember that humanity thing. Be nice, please. Be nice in the comments. Don't attack anyone. Don't attack anyone associated with the Game Awards. Don't attack any devs or anything like that. We don't need that anymore. Please just be kind to each other. My name is Redbeard Flynn. Thank you so much for watching my little video here talking about the Game Awards, and something that I'm obviously still excited about the Game Awards next year. I'm going to be very excited for 2024. I'll be looking forward to it. Now I'll be watching the Summer Game Fest if they do that again. So it's not like I'm just airing a little bit of disappointment, mostly with why didn't we get to hear more from the game devs? That's really what it comes down. Why didn't we get to see more awards, or like award-winning speeches? RPG of the Year. RPG of the Year didn't get a speech. Speaking of RPGs though, RPGs like Baldur's Gate 3, I've actually created another channel just to focus on RPGs, which you can find right here. Great RPGs like Baldur's Gate 3, or not so great ones like Sacred 3. So if you're interested in RPGs, please consider going over there and subscribing. It would mean a ton to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.